Hey, Danny. So today's date is 11/14/24, and the numbers add up to 256. And from a Google search of the angel number, is basically saying adapting to change while maintaining harmony in relationships. There's a need to pause and connect with nature, as the universe is asking you to seek deeper truths and answers. Changes you're making will have positive effects upon your income, earning capabilities. Powerful message of change, harmony, and adaptability. Trust in the process and embrace the changes that are coming. The number 2 is harmony, balance, relationships. 5 is change, adaptability, and versatility. 6 is love, nurturing, and responsibility. You have the power to manifest your desires into reality. The universe is aligning to bring you what you need and want. Keep a positive mindset, focus on your goals, and believe in your abilities. So if you are looking for a new job, that is giving you hope for that process. If interestingly enough, today the government opened back up. And the song is Just Like Magic, and I was just saying, you have the ability to manifest your desires. She said, manifest it, I finessed it, take my pen and write some love letters to heaven. So that's a message to write down how you want your life to look, write down your desires, And once you've written it down, actually read it out loud, because the vibration of your vocal cords to the universe is what aligns you to the vibration of your highest timeline. It aligns you to the vibration of what you want. And especially if you went to an interview today, or if you went to an interview recently and you know that you had a good interview, you prepared for the interview, then that is definitely a message. She said, just like magic, I'm attractive. I get everything I want because I attract it. And I was talking about the other night that we don't chase money, we attract it. And especially as women, because we receive, when you are doing the work that you need to do, like I was talking about preparing for an interview, if you are preparing for what it is that you want by doing the healing work, then you are working cooperatively with the universe, I'm hearing. And so your dreams can then be manifested by like magic. And the other part of that is having a pure heart. The universe, the divine, does not support people who are jealous, envious, backstabbing, doing underhanded things to try to get ahead. You may see some progress by doing that, but ultimately it is not supported. And you could end up fucking around and finding out because you stepped up on walking karma or some divine being who you did something crazy to, and then now you really in a jam. Hey friend, thank you for the gift. How was your day today? Okay, good. Have you started your new job? You said cleaning now. I have a sound bath tomorrow. Okay, that's good. I'm good. I'm a little tired, but we're good. We're going to push through. You did? Do you like it? Okay. Do you like working from home? He said, I haven't started the work yet. Still phasing the other position out. Okay. Okay, good. That is awesome that you love working from home. So were you able to negotiate the salary you wanted? Let me upgrade you. I requested, but they came back saying it's not in the budget. Okay. I mean, I would say though, be hopeful, because when you do a good job and all of that, oh, you got part of your severance. Okay, so that's good. That was actually, a trade-off. I think that you should, be hopeful that once you really get used to the job and continue to do well, like I know you will, then, you can, the song is upgrade you, so you can probably promote pretty quickly. That's the energy it's giving. But honey, not having to commute, that adds decades back to your life. Saving gas and wear and tear on your car, girl. Because if you have low mileage on your car, when you're ready to upgrade your car, you're gonna get top dollar, all that. You said, listen, that in itself is everything. Okay. Running that rat race in traffic. Shit. Being able to, like, you got to be online for work at 8 o'clock, rolling out the bed. Well, I know you got kids that you got to get ready, but on the days when you don't have them, rolling out the bed, in just enough time to brush your teeth, wash your face, get yourself together. Shit. That's what's up. Mm-hmm. So this message is a message of money manifestation. We're manifesting jobs out here, promotions, new positions. Spirit is saying, don't be afraid of no hiring freeze. Because Spirit told me this morning, it could be a damn iceberg. The hell with a freeze. It could be a whole ass iceberg. And they can always figure out a way to slide your ass across. Okay? So, don't let that discourage you. Sure, what does a collector need to know about their money? Not you, Siri. She said, okay. The Spirit came out strong. First card. Spirit said, this ain't no regular manifestation we talk about. We talk about supernatural manifestation. Because we not from here. There's nothing regular about my collective at all. Hope, and that's what I was talking about. Hope, inspiration, positivity. And Spirit said, don't even worry about being overwhelmed, because this is your energy. We don't do overwhelmed. This is an illusion. Because when you got this type of energy inside of you, everything else is an illusion. Yeah, and see, I'm giving this message of hope because people are so burdened and overwhelmed. Burdened, overwhelmed, mind scattered. Spirit saying, get it together. And so if you have lost a job and you've been having problems at work and your attitude is creating problems at work, this energy, you need to move out of this energy, because this energy right here, being on the defensive all the time, I'm hearing not taking direction well, not taking correction well. This is not progressive energy, because all it does is creates more burdens for you. It creates write-ups, it creates stress, it creates performance plans, it just creates micromanagement. So yeah, we got to get out of that energy right there. She said, I walk around like that bitch. Embody the version you want to be. Absolutely. Embody who you truly are, your higher self. You are a star being, a galactic being. When you are in this energy, there's no problem manifesting. And like I was talking about in a previous live, with that 1111 portal that we just went through, that has upgraded our DNA. It has increased our gifts. It has upgraded and up-leveled our consciousness. And so if you still out here in this dramatic, gossipy, irritated energy, not appreciating what you have, not being grateful for the blessings, it's gonna just, you're gonna be out here fighting for your life now. Spirit is bringing justice, fast moving energy. As soon as you get out of that energy and you change your mindset, you will have fast incoming justice being served on your behalf. The universe will be fully in support of everything that it is that you need to do. When you're in this self-doubt energy, you are not able to see the positive. You're in a pessimistic mindset. We're not doing that. And it's going to take sacrifice. Because in times of uncertainty, which is the times that we're in right now, when we're in times of uncertainty, it can create all this energy. Especially if you're focusing on the news, if you're focusing on, everything that's happening with the government. It's no coincidence that all this Epstein stuff is coming out after that portal. Because I've been talking about a flipping, a changing of the energy. And you, like I said, sacrifices have to be made, and you're going to be held up if you don't realize your power. Okay. And that's why I said the people who have pure heart energy are abundantly blessed. People who have a heart for taking their abundance and sharing it with others and being generous and uplifting the community. Spirit said, you out here serving justice for the people who have been mistreated. And like I said, there's no judgment. There's no judgment for being in this energy, because we're having to deal with a bunch of drama right now. There's a lot of drama going on. Spirit is saying we're not judging you for this. We just want you to acknowledge what is happening, the work that needs to be done, and how you can move out of this energy. There is no energy that you can't move out of. Energy flows. Energy is fluid. And so, like I've been saying, you can change your mindset in the instant. So this is not like a message of gloom and doom or anything like that. This is just a message of you have to be able to acknowledge what needs to change in order to make the change, in order to embrace the change. This energy right here is not, you're not really willing to move and change and flow and go. Just let it all play out, Spirit is saying. It's not always going to look exactly how you want it to look. Oh my Lord. And like I said, if you are in this energy where you think you a damn bully, that you gonna talk crazy to people and try to get people all bunched up in their head and burden people unnecessarily, Spirit said, you gonna fuck around and find out. For real. It's not gonna be pretty. Yeah, this looking like a damn op reading right here. Cause honey, if you in this energy right here, this is like relationship after relationship that's full of turmoil, feeling like you just out of balance, constantly in conflict, not being supported. So, I mean, I was like that. I was told the other day that when I was in high school, I had resting bitch face and I had a chip on my shoulder. And that is 1000% accurate. All this energy right here, look, abusive relationships, couldn't keep a relationship, constantly on the defensive. People couldn't talk to me, tell me stuff, because I was constantly like, the fuck you mean? And I also was steadily burdened. So I get it. I've been there, done that. Bought the damn t-shirt. And Spirit is like, folks using their gifts in the wrong way, using your power. You have all this power, but you're misusing your gifts. This is definitely an op reading, honey. I'm believing that this is not my collective. This may be some people that are trying to come against my collective because they don't like your energy. They don't know why they don't like it, but they don't like it. Because they already know that you about to be all in your pentacle energy. Because your creativity, everything that you've been building, all the manifestations that you've been writing down that have included you sharing your wealth, your wisdom, your knowledge, your creativity with the community and up leveling the community. Spirit said, can't nobody stop that. Nobody can stop that. Not one person. One monkey ain't stopping no show. You hear me? You said my energy isn't for everyone. Go on then. Exactly. Carry on. Carry on. Spirit, what else does the collective need to know? Spirit is saying be careful of who you are hanging around. Oh, thank you. Spirit said be careful of who you are associating with and hanging around, because there are some real hidden enemies out here. And there'll be some of the most seemingly supportive people. It's going to feel like and look like they are on your team, and they are really secretly using their power to try to get at you. She said it's a whole lot of money in this month. All right. And when you have big starseed energy, I just reposted this video where this guy was saying, when you got that aura that exudes confidence and knowing who you are, you can walk into a room and you just throw the energy off so much that people are like can't even remember their name to introduce themselves, because they just mesmerized by your energy. Has nothing to do with how you look. I mean, it might have something to do with how you look, but more than that, it has to do with just your energy, your presence. Especially when people are, in a low vibrational energy. And I'm hearing that your authenticity throws people off. Your genuineness scares people, because when people are fake and phony, they run from authenticity, because it's like a mirror to themselves, and it's a mirror of what they would like to embody, but they're having trouble embodying it. And a lot of times it has to do with just being in a certain energy for so long and not having any interest in improving or changing, even though it's caused you lots of problems over time. Spirit said, we calling judgment on all that damn hater energy. Spirit said, we got this. Every time somebody throws you some raggedy energy, they pick up that wand. Your energy picks up that wand and transmutes it and turns it into a magical instrument, I'm hearing. And like I said, that authenticity, that genuineness, that balance of emotions, While these folks out here looking like this, I'm hearing discombobulated, just all over the place. I'm hearing people that thought they had all this power. Nah. Straight up deceived. What I say? It's a whole lot of money in this. She said they mad because I got money in the bank. We talk about happy life, happy wife. We talk about family harmony. We talk about not having to worry about money, future secured. Hey, folks can hate all they want to. Folks can hate all they want to. Spirit said, fight amongst yourselves. We're not doing that energy. She said, for money, these hoes will do anything. Oh, they tried it. They definitely tried it. She said, I'm never bothered by your dissing. Thank you. Thank you. Spirit said, absolutely no forward movement. They can't even come near you with that raggedy ass energy. She said, if another hoe try me. Spirit said, we will turn your ass upside down. Honey. Spirit said, oh, they tried to get you all caught up in your thoughts. They tried to use manipulation tactics. And you just took all them daggone swords and you said, and you will be back here looking like this. Looking defeated, because I do have the victory here. Thank you. Because we are healing. We are on the mend. We're not doing that. And like I was talking about earlier, 5 is for transformation. She said, I started from the bottom and now I'm rich. I'm rich, bitch. And like I said, it's not just money. It's fruitfulness, prosperity, sharing your wealth with others, knowing how to grow your gifts, knowing how to cultivate your gifts so that they keep growing over and over and over again. This ain't short money. This ain't money that just is going to be quick, fast, and then dies off. This is prosperous, healthy. I'm hearing clean money. We're not dealing in no dirty money. The collective has a reason to celebrate. I always look at these wands as 1111. We talk about marriage, happiness, celebration, laughter, joy, bliss. Ooh. We have gotten to the good part, ladies and gentlemen. She said you started out hating, now you love my drip. Okay. Well, let's see what else Spirit talking about. And this song is Give Her Some Money. She said dressing room about to give us some money. And Lotus was talking about a couple that is so into each other that they be getting it in, you know, dressing rooms and stuff. Honey, better give us some money. Cause that good will move a man. And we're not talking about prostitution. We're talking about somebody that loves all of you. But that good is just the cherry on top. And I'm hearing, what do you want? I will give you whatever you want. And the collective, like, I want to be married. Okay, done. What else you want? I want to have a family, and I want to be able to live comfortably, and I want to fly first class. Done. What else you want? Yeah, while these ops over here in the mental conflict that they tried to inflict on you because you have an instant return to sender, we over here reaping a material harvest. And that's what I was talking about with this card. It's harvest time. The fruit is fruiting. Okay. It's time to collect. The truth is being spoken, Spirit said. Justice is being served. Balance is being brought to your finances. And I just said the other day, I'm no prosperity spiritualist. I just deliver the message from Spirit. So if Spirit moves me to give a message like this, it's for a reason. Yeah, this the ops energy. They don't know what to do right now. They like, I'm feeling under the weather. I'm not sure what it is. It's all in your damn head because you done fucked around and found out and messed with the wrong one. Thank you. It's giving wisdom from the ages, past life energy. Taking all of the wisdom from your past lives and your spirit guides and applying it to your life currently. And when I said currently, I heard currency. When you are wise, when you share your wisdom with the world, when you bless people, you don't even have to give people money. When you bless people with your energy, with your healing, by just taking the time to assist them with knowledge that you have. When somebody calls you and says, hey, I have an interview coming up and I know that you do this, this, and this, and that you have experience with this, this, and this. Can I just sit down with you and, get you to help me? And you're like, absolutely. Absolutely. When you give people your time, that is your currency. When you give people your energy, that is your currency. Because I'm hearing that is priceless. I had someone recently do that for me, and I just could not stop thanking her because I'm like, this information is priceless. She said, if I want it, I got it. I want it, I got it. Standing in all of your authority and power. I just was talking about, you know who you are. You are in tune with your gifts. You trust your gifts. You are unmovable and unfuckable. Thank you for the gifts. Spirit, what's this memory of love? And I've been talking about hope this whole time. And look, this is basically a depiction of what has happened with that 1111 portal. With those solar flares, the sun opening up, you getting your gifts, their significance, and like healing energy in your hands, and being clairaudient as well. You can get downloads from any part of your body. You can get downloads in your feet. You can get downloads in your hands. You can get downloads through ringing in your ears. All of that. And this memory of love card is giving the energy of taking the lessons learned and cherishing them and allowing them to be a light unto your path. We can have all these memories of love that can cause us disruption, mental conflict, or we could choose to have memories of love and say, you know what, every encounter, every relationship, every situationship, every time I made a poor choice or what I considered a poor choice, it is all for my good, my highest good. It has all been a benefit to me. And this ripple effect is you being able to take those memories and to be able to feed into other people and give them hope and guidance. Because I'm one of those people, I've been to hell and back, literally, with all relationships of all kinds. But I'm not sitting around dwelling on what happened, what didn't happen. I'm not beating myself up because I feel like I made a poor decision. I have changed my whole perspective and know that every relationship, every encounter has taught me something. And now when people are not supposed to be in my life and they don't follow through and they fall off the map or they ghost me or whatever, I know that the divine is behind it. Spirit, there's some people that spirit won't even let come near me. And it'll feel like, oh, this person's playing mind games. This person is, not serious, not following through, tells me they're gonna take me on a date and then doesn't contact me that whole day. It's like that energy of the person who says on Wednesday, I'd like to take you out on Saturday. Okay, well that's cool, but I do need some advance notice. So you're giving me advance notice, but I need some solid plans no later than Thursday or Friday, Thursday evening, Friday morning. If I don't have solid plans where I know where we're going, what time I need to be there, and all of that, then it's a wash. And like I'll block somebody in a minute because that same person will ignore you the whole weekend and then hit you up on Monday. Good morning. I'll be damned. Cause you done told me that you were gonna take me out, and then I hear nothing from you over the weekend, and then you come at me on Monday. Oh, well, I had this, I had that, I had a lot going on in my business. All it takes is a 2-second text. But don't come. She said I do the Maybach on Monday, and I'm talking about Monday. We're not doing that. That's where those boundaries come in. And these memories of love have taught me how to establish boundaries. The hands around that is a boundary, Spirit is saying. Know who you are, value who you are, know that you are worthy of a certain level of treatment. And if they're not ready to bring that level of treatment, it's cool. We not about to chase nobody. I'm not following up with anybody. Unless I invite somebody out, I'm not following up with folks. I'm not pressed. Excuse me. Confirmation. And look, this song is called Acting Funny. I got motherfuckers acting funny. You are acting, honey. Baby. It requires sacrifice. Change requires sacrifice. It requires doing the work. There's no way around it. I'm trying to tell y'all. And this looks like the mud that I was talking about yesterday. Having to trudge through the mud. Sacrifice means you might have to be like, nah, I can't hang out with you because the last time I hung out with you, I didn't feel good. I felt judged. I felt like y'all were throwing shade at me the whole time. I don't have friends, and I'm cool with that. I be by myself, and me and my dog. Can I pet that dog? It be me and my dog. And I don't have a problem with it because I've spent too much of my time, too much of my energy pouring out into people who can't stand me on the low. People would legit call me for advice. I would spend hours on the phone pouring out into people just for them to go back and do whatever it was that they didn't want to do and why they called me for advice. Where they do that at? That's why Spirit is saying you have to really be careful about who you're pouring into. I'm going to give you a perfect example. There was this chick that I met through a mutual friend. She called me and was like, oh, I have a situation where I feel like my boyfriend may be kind of bored with just me and I'm thinking about incorporating somebody else into the relationship. Okay, well, little did I know she was basically proposing the idea to me on the low. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, so he's providing a home for you. Y'all not even married. He's provided a home for you. He's been paying all the bills. He's making sure you're well taken care of. But you sitting up here talking about you need somebody else to help out. Like, what are you talking about? That energy that he's giving you doesn't sound like he's unsatisfied or needs somebody else. That's your insecurity. And I didn't realize what was happening until I was invited into the situation on some like, yeah, just come to the house. We gonna cook out, blah, blah, blah. And it took a hard turn after homeboy was like, yeah, we'll come back tomorrow. My brother will be here. My dad will be here. We're gonna have a bigger cookout. And homegirl was like, I'm the one that does the inviting. And I was like, oh shit. When I tell you folks be out here wilding. And like I'm told, and I'm naive to all this shit because I've never done no shit like that. I don't even think along those lines. So I'm just enjoying, and I'm like, oh well, maybe this really is a cool person, She had a lot of good qualities, and we could vibe and have good conversations and stuff. But it just was off, like asking me what my type is. Like what type of men I like and stuff like that. Granted, I'm single, but why are you asking me that? Like, are you gonna hook me up with somebody? Oh, okay. Not your man. We're not doing that. Cause I already can see if you upset that he invited me back. And for all I know, he could have been inviting me back to introduce me to his brother or something like that. I would have been totally cool with that. But it's already because people be in a mindset trying to do some trick shit. They already thinking like, and that's why I'm like, I don't even know why people like that even try to attempt to create a scenario like that when you know good and damn well you already insecure. Just feeling like you need to do that. And I asked her, I said, has he asked you to do that? Because there are some men that will ask for that. She was like, no. She said, when I presented it to him, he got kind of weirded out. And I was like, well, that should tell you all you need to know. Honey. And these are number 5 cards, and we've been talking about transformation and obstacles and conflict and defeat. This goes right along with what the hell I'm talking about. So you intentionally create obstacles for yourself. You intentionally generate obstacles and challenges for yourself, and then you want to act like the victim, like you over here just so downtrodden and defeated. Stop it. I ain't never seen nothing like it. And I just said transformation. When you do that hard work, you have no choice but to transform. Your mind and heart are intricately connected. When you heal your heart, it changes your mind. It changes your perspective. It causes inevitable transformation. You are a powerful force to be reckoned with when you have done that hard work. Because there's so many opportunities for us to develop a heavy heart, a broken heart. And we're all speaking, it's all about energy. Of course, you can have physical impairments to your heart and need medical intervention. But you 1000% can heal your body with your mind, especially your heart. Because there's a guy named Joe Dispenza, and he talks about how he was in a really bad accident where the doctors were like, it's not looking good. We can do this, and this, but it's not looking good. That man laid in the bed and used his mind to transform his body. He is living proof that your brain has so much power over your body. And I posted a video that I had recorded a couple of years ago where I was talking about doing body scans on people. And I did a body scan on this one particular person, and this person has heart problems, dealing with cancer and stuff like that. And I did an energy scan on this person, and I was like, there's really no disease. So doctors and, equipment and scans and all this stuff can pick up on what looks like a problem. But when I say there's no disease, I mean that if you change your mind, and that's when medicine is like, oh, it's a miracle. We don't know how it went from this to this. What have you been doing? I've been sitting at home laughing and watching funny shit and not focusing on my problems anymore. It's a proven science. And like I said, triumphing over your problems. The same person I'm talking about that I did an energy scan where I'm like, it's not like this person is making all this shit up in their head and it's physically affecting their body, but it's not real. This same person lives in a constant state of being in dis-ease in their mind. And when I tell you a hard head makes a soft ass, if that was a person, it would be that person. Because we're talking about this person holds stuff in, won't communicate, will create chaos by not communicating, and stress themselves out because they don't want to, I don't want to tell this person because I don't want them to know how I messed this up. Even though this person will help me and can give me advice to get out this shit, I just don't want to tell them. Like, what? You better believe when my ex-husband left my house in foreclosure, because I moved out when we got divorced, and he was supposed to be taking care of the house. When he didn't take care of my house and left that shit in foreclosure, you better believe I was calling my high school and college friends that work in the damn mortgage industry and was like, what's the deal? What's the terminology I need to use with these people? What do I need to keep my house? And they were like, yo, the bank don't want your house. So they're going to work with you, because just like cars, houses depreciate in value. And that's why the word mortgage means death grip, because they will have you in a 30-year mortgage paying triple what the cost of the house, double and triple the cost of the house because of the interest over 30 years. And the bank don't want your house because it was straight depreciated. Because what happens is the bank ends up taking an L on the house because they got to sell it for less than it's worth. So, your credit is going to get hit with the balance of whatever was left over. But the bank don't want to have to deal with all that. They want you to keep your house. So that's a message for somebody. If you're having mortgage trouble, do not give up. The bank will work with you. I promise you, I can tell you a story about how I held those payments off for years. Because they'll give you trial period after trial period after trial period so that you can keep your house. I promise you. Trusting your gifts. Being aware. Spirit is saying, when you become aware of your gifts and you're not utilizing them, what is you doing? Spirit is like, do not be scared of your gifts. Do not be intimidated by your gifts. That's why they're called gifts. When you get a gift that you really like and you enjoy and it brings you, like say you get a gift and it's something that you can use to build your business, like you're a seamstress and somebody gives you a brand new high-tech sewing machine that helps you sew stuff and uses AI and helps you cut patterns. I don't even know if there's such a damn thing. I'm just channeling information. This for somebody. When someone gifts you something that will help you to create wealth, it helps you to do what it is that you love to do, and it brings you joy. It enhances your creativity. It helps you to benefit others. Why is you scared of this? Oh, child. Y'all don't hear me though. Dollar circulate. I'm going to do one more spread. I'm going to pull out what Tom calls my Temu cards. My drama cards, and see what they're talking about. It is not always some drama, but when I tell you everything that I've been talking about with basically the changing of the guards, the shifting of power, the elites being moved on out the way. It's happening. We didn't think it was gonna happen. I'm hearing that somebody is thinking about investing their money, and Spirit is saying, do not do it. Because there's something shady about the deal. Hey, twin. Child, I've been talking trash. Thank you for the gift. I've been in here straight talking trash. All my life I had to grind and hustle. Work like Kobe just to shine like Russell. Overnight, I'm like, show you right. You said just send it to my inbox so I can rewatch it. Okay. Do you have to download it first before you can share it? How does that work? So I'm picking up what you put down. Yeah. You said no, I was just share and download. Okay. Thank you for the gifts. Oh, hell. I was just talking about all that Epstein stuff. Secrets being revealed, child. Some folks gonna be straight unaliving themselves behind these secrets being revealed. This organized crime is being brought out in the forefront. You said I sent my love to you or someone else. What you mean? Kyra and I just got back from the grocery store. Okay. You said that today. Yeah, child. It's Spirit said it's about to be a wild ride and it's gonna be displayed for everyone to see, honey. A bunch of trash. Spirit's like, we taking out the trash. Folk trying to be player. It's not gonna work. Cause like you said earlier, we not from here. The divine, when they open that portal, they also shed light, brought light, bringing the stuff. You know that saying, whatever's done in the dark comes to light? That's what that portal did too. That portal said, we shining a light on all these dark ass secrets. The divine is fed the fuck up. Fed up. And there's gonna be some people that's gonna be fed up under the feds too. Okay. And Spirit said all this is going to go very fast. That's why I said y'all better get ready to be in the spotlight, because the changing of the guards I'm hearing is happening very quickly. And that's why certain people have been placed in a position of power. I said this before. People are placed in a position of power so that they can take a great fall. You gotta send them up and make them think that it's up and it's stuck, but it ain't really up and it's stuck. It's not. It's not. It's absolutely not. Because just like a roller coaster, what goes up must come down, Spirit said. Oh, hell. Oh, hell. Folk going to lock up. It's just so amazing to me, the stuff that is coming out. But these are the same people that frown upon homosexuality. They frown upon transsexuals and stuff like that. Come on now. I know the LGBTQ community is sitting back with their popcorn like, this Tom sent me a video where homegirl was talking about Trump and what's his name, Clinton, and homegirl said, "Can somebody check on Monica?" And look, this is not political hate speech. This is not like, I'm not taking any sides. I just think the whole shit is wild. Like, I hate politics. I don't care about it. I don't watch the news. I get my updates from social media. But honey, I just be looking like, are we for real right now? And that's why the whole Christianity and traditional religion, there's some, it's not everybody. There's some legit people that really want to help folks and really believe that they're doing a good thing and really actually do have a heart for people. But it's an overwhelming amount of people that will publicly speak against something that they're doing in private. And Spirit says secrets are being completely revealed. We are cleansing the planet, Spirit said. We are cleansing the planet. And like I said, the black sheep, the people that have been sent here to do the work, the heavy lifting, the cycle breaking, the clearing of the bloodlines, cleaning up the bloodlines, taking out the trash. It's the black sheep that's out here with all the power now. All the power. Spirit said it's gonna look like a lucky break, but no, it ain't no lucky break when you the one doing all the back breaking work. When we not from here, that power hits different. That power is different. It's not regular. It's just not. And that intuition hits different. That intuition already knows what's about to happen before it's about to happen. And I can tell you that people I thought were supportive of me be trying to downplay my shit, be trying to act like I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Y'all gonna see. I love it. I love it. Just like Kendrick Lamar said, I love it when you count me out. I love it when you count me out. Folk be putting other people on a pedestal because of how they look or whatever the case may be, or the type of work that they do, because they look at them as having a certain status. Cool. But my truth, the future energy that I have read on all these situations, the future energy that people have made fun of and tried to play me about and tried to make it seem like I was just making up shit. I think I'm getting too much money. Everybody mad. Same old nigga from the block. Same old nigga with the pot. Same old nigga from the trap. Everybody hated on him and they bounced right back. Everybody mad. I think I'm getting too much money. Everybody mad. You said, cause as I was taking the groceries out and I said, I don't know who's having side. What you mean? Oh, you don't know who's having side conversations about us, but we know and keep our names in your mouth. We collecting dollars, correct? Because I've already said it, and I'm going to say it again for my collective. Let people talk, because every word that comes out of people's mouths that are against you, that's your money coming to you. That is your gifts leveling up. That's your consciousness leveling up. All of that. So I welcome it. When people gossip about me, I be like, I can hear the conversations and I welcome it. Why? Because everything you say about me bounces right back to you. And all it does is clear the way for my abundance in every area of my life. We talking about honeymoon, marriage. We talking about love bombing in a good way, a healthy way. Have our cups filled by the person we're with. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Wow, folks, I told y'all folks gonna be the feds coming. I've been saying this for months. The feds is coming for folks. And when I tell you, it's going to include people that you never would have thought of. We're talking about athletes. Because when people see an opportunity to link arms with other people with money and increase their wealth and level up, all this shit is about to be revealed. And it boils down to greed. Folk will use charitable donations and, doing things to so seemingly uplift the community. But they really doing stuff like, doing charitable things for children's organizations and feed the children, but you taking advantage of children. Children's hospitals, but y'all taking advantage of children. Spirit said, time is up. Time is up. It's a wrap. It's a complete wrap. All them lies have been told. it's over for you. And I just said, honeymoon, we getting our divine masculines and feminine. We are partnering up and we are building empires and communities. I'm hearing sustainable communities. And it's like spirit is showing me a snowball effect. These divine unions are going to be planting the seeds for sustainable communities that are going to keep expanding and expanding and expanding and expanding and turning into empires of wealth. Spirit said, oh, so that's how you want to do it? Got it. And like last night, I was talking about a divine union. I was talking about someone's divine masculine is the reincarnation of King Solomon. And when I did some more research on King Solomon, I was reading the energy. I don't know much about King Solomon. I know that he had a shit ton of money, but I didn't know like the real story or whatever. And the energy I was reading that he had that much money because he was a leader, a humanitarian leader. And so when you're a humanitarian leader and you want to share your wealth to build communities, sustainable communities, and teach people how to build wealth, sustain themselves, outside of what traditional like government and things like that. When you create a sustainable community, like a contained, sustainable community, that's environments you're creating where you don't have to rely on food stamps and government funding and supplements from the government, and government stoppage and all this other stuff doesn't affect those communities because they have they've replaced food deserts with gardens and fields of food that feeds their communities. They have self-contained environments where they have grocery store right there, entertainment right there. You have a fire station, a hospital, police, all of that right there, where you don't have to rely. I mean, if you look at the Native American community and the tribes that they have created and their I forgot, what is it called? Their land and their rules and stuff like that, it's a whole separate entity within itself. And so that's what spirit is talking about. And so back to King Solomon. So King Solomon had all that money and wealth and resources because of the heart he had for people. His downfall was all them damn women he had. I did a Google search. That shit said he had like 700 wives and 300 concubines. Are you fucking for real? Are you for real? That was his downfall. And so that's why I have been talking about the divine feminine, Isis energy, healing and putting the masculine back together. Because the dismemberment, you could interpret that as this dude was spreading himself so damn far. I can't even fathom having that many women and emotions and all of that shit that you're responsible for. Like, what? What? And so that's why the divine masculine has to be put back together. When you put the divine masculine back together, that your energy, when you're in that Isis energy and you're healing and you have balanced your masculine and feminine, and then you can heal the masculine, that masculine ain't gonna be able to even think about anybody but you. And so whoever this divine masculine is that I'm talking about, his journey through this life has been to figure out who in this planet is the one person that he cares about, and the only person he has eyes for truly. The only person that he could see being with for the rest of his life, because this person encompasses everything that checks his boxes. And it doesn't mean that this divine feminine is perfect. It doesn't mean that she has all the answers. It doesn't mean that the relationship is going to be seamless. But for her energy to heal him enough to the point where he's like, I'm not just saying that I want one person. I really mean that shit. Because this woman right here has fulfilled everything that I absolutely need. She is supportive. She is encouraging. Her energy is healing. Because when you heal yourself, there's no choice but to heal other people. Your healing energy automatically emits from you constantly, and it's either going to trigger awakening for the person to heal, or it's just going to envelop and engulf that person and heal them that way. And so that, and I get it that there's places where there have been times when, like, there was a time when they were trying to populate the earth, and that shit made sense for one person to have a lot of wealth and be able to handle all these women and impregnate them, because a man can impregnate 700 women in one damn month if he wanted to. I mean, he'd probably be somewhere damn half dead by the end of the month. But I mean, and see, the thing is, what Spirit is saying, when a bunch of women get together, like if you notice, when you're close friends with other women, y'all cycles synchronize. And so Spirit is saying, yeah, in the beginning, when we were trying to populate the earth with people who were these very powerful spiritual beings, leaders, the cream of the crop, I'm hearing. We are talking about the cream of the crop. People handpicked by the divine to reproduce these energies and these people who would then carry on the legacy. But people still trying to do that today, and it's not sustainable today. It's not necessary today. And we got people out here that are trying to repopulate the earth and call themselves doing that, creating communities with their wives and all this big love shit. But they don't have the money like Solomon had to sustain that. And he's a perfect example where he had the money to sustain it, but he still couldn't sustain it. That shit went south. You mean to tell me that the divine helped you amass all this wealth? They blessed you with all this wealth, and you went and fucked it up because you got 1,000 women. Straight out here love bombing. And now folks just be having sneaky links because Solomon's energy Solomon's energy of wanting to have all of those women has been birthed into generations of people, I'm hearing. So that mindset of wanting all these women, having 1,000 women, having all these wives and concubines, and like I was telling, there was I don't know, I thought I saw her earlier, Lotus, but the person I was doing the reading on, I was telling her that her energy is reading as a concubine, specifically Hagar from the Bible. And so that whole mindset is like, I'm relegated to being like a somewhat of a sneaky link, because I'm not even good enough to be one of the wives. When you're a wife, that puts you in a completely different category from a damn concubine. And you know, I read the definition of concubine, and technically it's a wife. But when you're talking about Solomon, there's a distinction. You can be a sneaky link all you want to a married man. He's not, well, some men do. Some men will leave the sneaky link all of their damn life insurance policy and inheritance and all that. That's crazy. But 9 times out of 10, the wife has the house. The wife is driving the nice cars. The wife is being a kept wife. She's not having to work. She's not having to struggle. And I don't care how, and this is a message for somebody. I don't care how many Birkin bags this nigga buys you. I don't care if he's paying your rent. I don't care if he's giving you an allowance per month. That shit will never, and I mean never, compare to what the benefits that the wife is reaping. And that's why there's a lot of wives that have the attitude like, you're the who? Yeah, I've been with your husband. I'm the mistress. Click up. That's all you got. The song is, all a bad bitch need is the money. There are whole ass women out here who know their husbands be cheating on a regular basis and they don't give a damn. Now, the problem comes in when these dummies getting folk pregnant and treating the side chick, you know, pouring into them emotionally, and then their cup is empty when they go back home to their wife. Now, that's a whole different situation. But if a man is basically pouring everything into their wife and just got something on the side, you look, he coming to visit you the day after Valentine's Day. Y'all not taking no anniversary trips. Like, you can pretend like the sneaky link position or the side chick position is all that if you want to. But it ain't tricking if you got it. If you're dealing with a millionaire, a billionaire, and he's giving you $100,000 a year and you think you balling out, no ma'am. Yes, spirit is calling you out. Spirit said, when he's missing in action and not answering your phone calls, when you at home lonely at night and want some companionship, he is spending time with his wife. Thank you. And like I said, the problem comes in when folk getting people knocked up. I told somebody the other day, you acting like you're in love with somebody, but you over here talking trash to other people and you don't know what their mental health is truly like. And you doing all this damn love bombing on the sneaky link, and then she pretends to be on birth control and you end up getting her pregnant, somebody gonna end up missing. And I'm not promoting violence. This is for entertainment purposes only. But y'all know, just like I know, what them snapped episodes be looking like. And that's why Spirit is saying that populating the earth mentality and all of that, a man can't be with one person mentality, energy, idea, that's bullshit. A bullshit? Because if a man can discipline himself in business and with working out and exercising and eating right, and I'm hearing semen retention, he can absolutely positively discipline himself to be with one damn person. This is a collective. This is a collective, but it's for somebody specific. You said, goddamn. Spirit is calling somebody the fuck out. I'm serious. Because what I'm talking about is how King Solomon was had all this money, was a humanitarian and ruling with humanity. Basically the opposite of what we're seeing right now. But his downfall was having 700 wives and like 300 concubines. So you as one person, it's challenging to be able to balance a relationship with one other person, let alone 1,000. That's where the downfall was. You said, Lord, keep us protected. Yeah, I'm talking about marriage here. I am talking about marriage. And I'm not saying that people have to be married on paper. If that's not what you want, then you don't have to, if that's not your thing, then you don't have to do that. But I personally want to be married. And I've been told recently, you don't need to get married. You just need to be in a domestic partnership. For what? What's the purpose of that? Tell me. Is it because you look at me and you don't think I deserve to have what I want? Like, that's wild. You said we're not doing no... Hold on. You said we're not doing no common marriage. Exactly, because like I said, hey, Michelle. Yeah, because like I was saying, when you do stuff like that, you end up with the short end of the stick, because that person, there's no obligation to take care of you when they check out of here. So I'm just like, people have their opinions about marriage, and some people feel like it's just a contract. It's just paper. It just, it's a hassle. It obligates people. And, I don't care what you think of it. But this person that told me I don't need to be married, I just need to be in a domestic partnership, this person has been married for 45 years. So next time I see him, I'm gonna be like, now why did you say that to me again? Because I'm trying, help me understand. Like, because initially I was told I didn't know how to pick people, so I don't need to be married. And then it was, well, you can just be in a domestic partnership. Yeah, okay. Okay. Spirit said, yeah. We reading the energy right now. We reading the energy. Maybe they felt they was saying. Well, see, if the person that was telling me that felt, if I felt like the person actually believed in me and saw my value and wasn't like, hating on the low, I thought about that scenario. I thought about that. I was like, maybe even though this person been married for 45 years, maybe based on the shit that they've gone through in their relationship, that they're trying to warn me, but no. Because when you don't like me for real, when you don't support me, when you do more criticizing of me than you do encouraging me, you got ulterior motives for trying to implant seeds like that in my head. You said, oh shoot. You said, like I be telling people, they don't need kids or go to law school. For real though. For real though. They're hating. Yep. Well, don't push your BS on me. Correct. Some people like others to have less. Absolutely. You said, sorry, I'm putting, oh, no problem. No, yeah, but Michelle, I wholeheartedly agree with you, because I have talked to so many attorneys that hate their job. Straight up. And it's grunge work. And people think that, oh, attorneys make so much money. Nah, fuck that. Because I know a bunch of damn attorneys who are making like maybe 80,000. You don't really get into the real money unless you go into private practice. And that is a hell of a lot of work. Because you're an entrepreneur. So you have to generate new clients. You got to work hard as hell. You got to pay paralegals to help you. It's a whole lot of shit. Preparing for trials, you don't really make the money until you preparing for them big trials. And Clifton Gray, as much as I love him, Clifton Gray is an example of how the justice system does not like good attorneys. That man was a beast when it came to being a defense attorney, and the justice system don't like that shit. They don't. Because at the end of the day, it's really a tennis match between the prosecution and the defense. It really does. Like one of my professors, Michelle, you know who I'm talking about. One of my professors, when I was in law school, he basically said, as an attorney, you can determine a lot with the jury. You look at one juror and you can sway the whole jury by focusing on that one juror the whole time. And it don't matter at that point whether the person is innocent or guilty. It's whoever has the best case put together, whoever has the best argument, whoever can influence the jury the most. If you are a charismatic person and you know how to manipulate minds and influence people, all you need is one juror on your damn side. I mean, it really, when you really look at this shit, it does not matter about guilt or innocence unless it's an open and shut case where that person basically had the DNA everywhere and and confessed over text message or some shit, or confessed on video or whatever, unless it's a situation like that and y'all gotta fight to put the damn case together and stuff, it really boils down to who is the quicker thinker, who could put the better case together, period. Yes, planting a seed of doubt. You said heaven for if you have no alibi and someone says they saw you XYZ. Exactly. Mm-hmm. I promise you, I went to law school for a year. Me and Michelle were in law school together. Michelle finished, I did not. And I still became a magistrate. So essentially, I was a judge, and I ain't even finished law school because in North Carolina, you don't have to go to law. You don't have to have a law degree to be a magistrate. So I was like, you mean to tell me that I didn't even have to do all that school and I could be a judge? So I was presiding over eviction court, small claims court, and marrying people. It didn't pay much, but I was doing what I wanted to do by going to law school. I was doing what I wanted to do, and I was having a damn ball doing it, acting like Judge Judy. So it like that's why I'm saying when and Michelle, I'm not saying that you were going to law school for that because I know that you're way more intelligent than and more emotionally balanced than that. But there's a lot of people that just do shit so they can say they're a lawyer or to say they're a PhD or to feel elitist or whatever and hate their job. Hate it. Because a lot of times people hate their job because they just, like I said, they went into it for the wrong damn reasons. They didn't realize how much work it was going to be. And then they're not even getting paid that much. I look at jobs that require a law degree. And like, if you working for the county, if you working for the state and stuff like that, you not getting paid no money. And it's a lot of work. You said, yes, girl, if only we known we could have done that job without law school. Exactly. And without all the damn school debt. Bingo. Girl, the state wasn't paying me nothing. Okay. And like I said, those cases, they now, that's the other thing. Like when I took a year off between undergrad and law school because I wanted to work in the field to see, like, to get a real, clear picture of what it was that I wanted to do. And when I was working for the prosecutor's office in Seattle, it was exciting and it was a great experience because I was working in a sexual assault unit. I was working under the attorney that handled the Mary Kay Letourneau case. That's that big case out of Washington State where the teacher had a whole ass relationship with her student and ended up having all these kids by the boy. I worked under her in her office and I watched a case where it was a sexual assault. It was clear that this man had done it. It was an estranged husband and wife. He kidnapped her, beat her, raped her, did all this stuff. That man jumped over the table to attack her on the witness stand in front of the jury, and he was in custody. It was all over the damn news because the courtroom cameras caught that shit, and the attorneys, I went to the courtroom the next day to see what the fuck was about to happen because I was like, oh shit. And the defense attorneys were like, Your Honor, The woman was like, it was a woman and a man. The woman was like, I cannot consciously defend this person anymore. I have never seen such disrespect of the courtroom. She was like, I was physically ill last night. I would like to be recused from this case. And you know what the judge said? He ain't say it just like this, but he said, baby girl, this what the fuck you signed up for when you became an attorney and you took that oath. Abso-fucking-lutely not, bitch. Girl, yes. He jumped because what happened was the woman was petrified. When I tell you this man beat her up, so what he did was he kidnapped her. He knew that she would be taking the kids to the bus stop at a certain time. As soon as the bus pulled off, he pulled up. He got her, he kidnapped her and put her in the car, made her smoke something. She said, I don't know what he made me smoke. But it made her like unconscious. She was like in and out of consciousness. When she came to, well, before that, he was like holding a knife to her neck. Do you want to live or die? He was like torturing her. Then when she went unconscious, when she woke up, he had busted her teeth out. And she knew that she had been SA'd violently because she was in so much pain. What happened was, so she was petrified to testify, but our office had put all these things in place to try to help her to be safer, and she got up on the stand. But what happened was, because he was in custody and they didn't want like him to be shuffling in shackles, because they felt like it would taint the jury, the image of him in these, hand, basically the leg chains and the hand. You know how they have the leg chains, they got the cuffs on your hands, and then it has the chain that links to the cuffs and all of that. They didn't want him in that visually for the jury because they felt like it was going to taint the jury. So this dude, in an instant, I mean, it took less than I don't even know, it was seconds. He went from here to the fucking damn witness stand and was fucking her up. And everybody was like, everybody, the prosecutor, everybody jumped on this man. It was crazy. You can probably look it up on YouTube. It was crazy. And that shit, when I saw what the judge said the next day to those attorneys, but it was good for the judge to do that, because if they had changed the jury out, the jury wouldn't have seen that. So the judge is thinking we need this crazy motherfucker convicted. You better keep this damn jury. So, it be like that. And I think that's why I struggled in law school, because my conscience was so messed up. Because I had talked to defense attorneys, I'm having conversations with defense attorneys that come into the office, and they were, telling me, I just want to get rid of cases because I got too many cases, working for the public defender's office. They're like, my goal is to plead out as many cases as possible. And I was like, this justice system is really wild. Because when you become that cynical, where you know that your person is innocent. Now, I'm not saying that the person doesn't have a rap sheet, but they may have a five-page rap sheet, but this one particular case they innocent on. When you get to the point where you don't care if the person is innocent or guilty, you just want to plead the case out, the justice system is failing. Period. And people are being failed by people who took an oath to conduct themselves in a certain way. You said has had his attorney fight for him to look like a criminal and still show himself with the so-called image. Yeah, and that's why, like, I really struggled mentally and emotionally with the whole law school thing, because I was just like, it could go awry, and I saw how it could go crazy on either side. For me personally, I didn't like the idea of defending someone who I knew was guilty. Even though in my mind I know that it's a game of chess. It's a game of chess versus checkers in the courtroom. I knew that morally, my moral compass would not allow me to like know that someone had violently essayed a child, and for me to try to justify and defend that shit. I was like, nah. Because I know me, and I gotta have some excitement in my life. I'm nosy as hell. I like those, Law and Order type cases. I would be bored as hell being a corporate attorney, or me being a civil magistrate was fun. But I knew that I, as an attorney, to really be into my work, I was gonna have to take on like criminal defense type work or something like that. And I was just like, nah, I'm not built for that. Because if you harm a child, I wouldn't stand for it. Yeah. And when I tell you, I have seen some horrendous crime stories, crime versions, horrendous. We're talking about grandparents who have done that to multiple grandchildren. Unthinkable shit. Like, I can't even, I'm not even going to try to wrap my mind around some shit like that. But, in cases like that, that's when defense attorneys will purport to, if you got a moral compass, you'll purport to defend a person, but throw the case for real. But if you're a good attorney, you're just a good attorney. Like, it's hard for good attorneys to throw a case because that's just in them. You said right, and it's crazy that they still have a chance to get off. Yeah. Yes. So, but and I'm not talking about like being biased or taking sides. I know how to be very neutral. And so when you're in a situation where you have to pick sides, and that's what I mean, it's like either you're going to be on the prosecution or you're going to be on the defense. And I did not want to have to pick sides. I like to be a neutral party that just gathers information, analyzes the information, and bases whatever I'm doing on straight facts. Not because I'm getting paid by this person or I'm getting paid by this entity. I'm just sitting neutral, just calling the facts how it is, laying it out how it is. I'm not changing anything. I'm not adding or taking away anything. I'm just straight looking at the facts and making a determination. That's what I like to do. Because I don't like it, that's a really good place to be. That helps you stay balanced and grounded. He says some attorneys get off on being able to get off even the most heinous. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. But you know what? I really feel like they still got to live with that when they at the house. When they go home, it be some sleepless nights because the spirit realm don't play shit like that. They don't. The spirit realm is all about justice, all about balance, and all that stuff. And most times, those type of attorneys gotta finagle and do shit to make it work and all of that. And nah, because I was talking to somebody about that today, where they'll use these intimidation tactics, like on expert witnesses or just witnesses in general, where they'll use like their tone of voice and their demeanor and their attitude to try to make the person fumble and bumble and all of that stuff, and try to assassinate their character and whatnot. I wouldn't have been able to do it. I wouldn't have. I know that's you, Kyron. Mr. 6'7" himself. I know that's you, Kyron. Look at my face. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Don't be trying to look away now. He's a trip. Karen, you got your mom's phone. Thank you for liking the live, though. Oh my God. You said I'm over here trying to cook and he playing. Exactly. Thank you. This is my little boogie. Lotus and Michelle said, hey, Annie. Say hey. Say hey. Say hey. Say hey to the people. Say hey, Michelle. Say hey, Lotus. Y'all don't mind him. He need a haircut right now. His mama been cutting his hair. Say my mommy been giving me a homemade haircut. Oh, yes, he has a goatee for real. My sister calls him Uncle Grandpa. When he has like an official haircut, you can't tell him nothing. You hear me? He be out here looking like he is smooth as hell. Like one of them 50-year-old smooth niggas. Yo, she be like, come here, Uncle Grandpa. His name, I named him Onyx because of his color, and I said his middle name is Jebediah. Onyx Jebediah Johnson. Is that right, Bubby? Your middle name Jebediah? Some old damn backwoods country ass Christian name. Onyx Jebediah. He said, where did you get Gray middle name? What you mean? Get the middle name? I just made it up one day. Yeah, that middle name. I just made it up one day. I was like, Onyx Jebediah. And then my dad fell out laughing. I called him by his whole name because he was cutting up at my dad's house and my dad fell out. He was like, what the hell? Right, Bubba? You was being bad that day? You might as well name him Abner or Gus for real. For real. He says, speaking of your dad, when you going to cook for him? Well, I'm going to make, so we having an early Thanksgiving and Christmas because they going to be on a cruise. So me and my sister are going to make some food this weekend. Well, I'm making deviled eggs. That's my contribution, but my sister and her husband are going to be making the bulk of the food. They making the mac and cheese and the collard greens and stuff. And so no, I'm not making the greens because that's like my brother-in-law's signature dish. So he's gonna make the greens. My sister makes the mac and cheese, and I think my stepmother's gonna make the turkey. So I'm gonna make my deviled eggs. But and me and my other sister, we going out to eat for Thanksgiving and Christmas because they're gonna be on a cruise for a damn month. You said just save me a spot. You got it, girl. Yeah, so me and my sister, we already got our reservations. Because neither one of us really like to cook. I'll cook for my man because I want him to eat good. And I want him to like my food. But it's like, I'll cook for me too. But I just, for the holiday, I said, we ain't about to be out here in the kitchen all day. Because if I do that, I'm not even going to want to eat at that point. It's going to be a wrap. Okay, yes, we loves the peach cobbler. Yes, girl, a month. They're going to, it's an Asian cruise. So I think they have to fly to, I don't know, child. They got to fly to like Singapore or somewhere. And then they get on the boat and then they go around to all these different Asian countries. And then they, so it was supposed to end in Bali. But they said that because Australia is so close to Bali, they extended the cruise to go to Bali. And then they're going to just stay. They're just going to go up to Australia and then fly back from Australia. So, yeah, it's about to be a long one. But, honey, when you go on them luxury cruises and you got a butler and all that other shit, I'll sit on a boat for 30 days, too. Shit. You say, yo, that's what I was seeing on my live today and yesterday was talking about Bali. Yeah, I was supposed to go to Bali in this past August, actually. But the trip got canceled. And so I'm going to go eventually because there's a hotel that it's got a similar name to Amanda. I can't remember the actual name, but when I read the name, I was like, that looks like Amanda. I want to stay at that hotel. Um, you said we need to plan a trip for real. You said we'll come when I get there. What you mean, Michelle? Oh, you coming to Phoenix? You said I'll have you a room. Are you You talking? Oh, Bali. Okay, yeah. Oh, you gonna be in Bali in a month? That's what's up. That's what's up. I want to go, but that's a long flight. So on some real shit, I would have to stay there for a couple of weeks because that's like I think that flight from here is like roughly 19-20 hours or something like that. Okay, 2 weeks, yeah. That's the only way you can make it worth your while because that flight is too damn long. Are you gonna stop at the Singapore airport? Lotus said, "Can I be your stowaway?" You said stay in the hotel you want for maybe a week and then come crash with me. Girl, I wish I could. I wish I could. But I'm dealing with Mary's property in North Carolina right now. So your girl is on a budget. You hear me? But if I could swing it, I would definitely be right there. Um yes, Mary. You said I stopped in Singapore last year when I went. Okay. Yeah, because I heard the Singapore airport is a whole damn vibe. So if I go to Bali, I'm going to spend a whole day in the Singapore airport. I'm going to make sure that I have a minimum 8-hour layover. Minimum. So that I can just run a damn muck at the Singapore airport. And I really play around with me. I really want to fly on Singapore Airlines because they have a class that's above first class, and it's like a whole little ass bedroom and shit with a seating area. You said, yeah, the Singapore airport is really nice, like a high end mall. Okay. Cause I was seeing like, like an amusement park type thing. And then I think it has like a section like kind of like a zoo or something like that. I was like, what the hell? You said, oh damn, that might be above my pay grade. Maybe one day I'll get to fly. Yeah, it's above a lot of people's pay grade. I think that ticket for the class above first class because there's a video where you can see like it's I want to say like a queen size bed. It's got a seating area. It has a door. And then you have like a whole ass bathroom where you can shower. They give you the bed clothes, like the pajamas and stuff. You have, the flight attendants are more like personal assistant type vibe. That ticket's like 10 G's. You said that's what I did for real. When I saw that shit, I was like, because let me tell you something. I took a direct flight from LA to Dubai, and I said, ain't no way I will ever, when I say ever, never ever fly coach ever again on a flight that long. At minimum, has to be business class. Minimum. I did not know what I was getting into. You said I've never been to Dubai. How long was it? Was like 18 hours. And the flight going was cool because I had a whole row to myself of 3 seats, and I just slept and ate the whole time, and it went by quick. Coming back, that flight was so damn packed. And this was at the time, I think this was during last Trump administration, and they had like put restrictions on people coming into the country. I was like, I thought y'all couldn't even come to the US. Where y'all going? You said when I went to Bali last year, it was 17 hours from LAX. Never again, for real. Yeah, it. When I literally look, I was like Gayle King. When I got off that flight, I literally wanted to kiss the ground at LAX. I mean, legit. Like, I seriously contemplated that shit. Because I thank God I was on the aisle. But because we were 3 people deep, I was on the aisle, and the man in the middle kept laying his head on my shoulder. And he told me, I think it was African, he was telling me that after that 18-hour flight, he was going to have to get on another flight. That was going to be like another 8 hours. So I just let him sleep on my shoulder. I said, I don't know how this man going to do it. Maybe, you know, when you fly intercontinental like that a lot, he must be used to it. So I just let him lay on my shoulder. I said, baby, you got it worse than I do. Go on to sleep. Shit. I can't even remember. I cannot remember. I was just like, I don't know how people do this shit. I could not remember. And it was that damn Paul that told me to take a direct flight. I was like, Paul, I should damn throttle you. It made sense going because, like I said, I have plenty of space. But coming back, I was like, nah. I don't mind the direct flight, but I do mind coach class. Funky Leroy, yes. Funky Leroy. He be traveling, honey. If you ever need some damn travel tips, international travel tips and stuff, he be traveling. So, but yeah. So is yeah, I'm gonna need to be traveling all over the world. Seriously. I needs that in my life. I do. I really, really do. I really, really do. I actually went with Larissa for her 40th birthday. I want to say that was like 2018. Cause that's when I was living in LA. So I moved to LA the end of 2017. So I'm pretty sure it was 2018. We had fun though. I was disappointed with Dubai. I was very disappointed with Dubai because I like going places where there's like really ancient ruins, ancient structures and buildings and stuff like that. And yeah, so you were there in January. It was probably toward the end of 2018 because I think her birthday is like October or the fall, like September or something like that. But it was like Dubai is the new Dubai, how they have it built up. It's like New York, LA, and Miami combined. And it's, we went to the Burj Khalifa, which is like the tallest building in the world, blah, blah, blah. And it has a mall, this big mall in it. And it has like a 2 or 3 story aquarium. I mean, it's dope, but I like old stuff. and it was just too new for me. Now, if I went back and actually had some real money to stay in like the hotel, because I think Kev on stage and his wife stayed in this hotel that had a damn aquarium in the room. Like the room was 2 stories, had an elevator, it had an aquarium on like to span 2 stories and stuff. Now if I could go stay like that, now we stayed in the damn Ritz Carlton, so we weren't staying at no shabby hotel either though. It was plush. But I'm just saying, like I would have wanted to stay there longer so I could have more of an experience, because there was so much more to see, and we just had a limited amount of time, but we had fun. We went with she had gotten a yacht, like she reserved a private yacht, and we did that. They also have Atlantis in Dubai. That might be a nice experience too, the Atlantis hotel. So I've never been to one. I know they have one in the Bahamas, but I've never actually been to one, but I heard it's nice. So but yeah, I don't know. If you are like me and you like seeing old stuff and like like a less commercially environment, I would put Dubai kind of low on the bucket list. Cause like you'd be better off going to Greece if you haven't been to Greece or somewhere like that. Italy, Greece. Like Africa is the highest on my bucket list right now. But yeah, child. So I think I'm gonna get off here, y'all, because your girl is tired. I was tired before I got on here. I've been talking shit all night. You said me too. I want to go to South Africa. Oh, child, I don't even know how to pronounce those. Look, I know Ghana and Nigeria. You would know these damn exotic locations on that continent. I don't know nothing about that. Well, you gonna have to tell me what it's like when you come back, and so I can determine if I need to go there. But I have to go to Egypt. Like that is an absolute must. Cause I believe when I go to Egypt, the damn pyramids might start levitating or some shit. You said I've been to Morocco. Oh, I want to go to Morocco too. Since you love old stuff, you need to go there. You'll see. Oh, really? Oh, yes, I need to go. I've been like, there's a song called Morocco that I love, and it just puts me in that energy of like, ooh, I need to go to Morocco. You say, yeah, I want to go to Egypt. Where you want to go? All right, you levitate pyramid. For real though. Like the pyramids and the Sphinx, they gonna like light up and shit. Like, child, you said child air break. I wanna go. Look, when I get the money, that's when I wanna go. Cause if I had it, I would go right now. Like, for real. Like, cause I have leave for work. But see, I want to have time freedom and freedom from a 9 to 5 when I really start traveling, because I want to spend like months at a time in different places so I can immerse myself in the culture truly. I mean, you can't like really truly immerse yourself in the culture over like a month or two, but I would rather, just be like a damn gypsy and go like be like, okay, I'm gonna go to Thailand for a month, then I'm gonna skip over to Egypt, then I might skip over to damn, I don't know. Like that's my dream. And I can do lives from anywhere in the world too. And that's what's so dope. Like I could just get on any Wi-Fi anywhere in the world and be connected. You said yes, we gotta travel the world and hear these crystalline grids. You hear me? And honey, Bali is a special place for you to do that, for real. You said if it ain't about the money. If it ain't about the money. You said they'll hold us captive. But like and also too, like I want to get to the point where somebody else is paying for my travel. Like I'm believing for opportunities and contracts and stuff like that where I could travel on somebody else's dime, on some corporate dimes, So that's what we manifesting. We manifesting influencer deals. Look, with my 2,000 followers and an average of 4 people in the live, we manifesting virality, and we are manifesting corporate promotional partnerships. You said yes. I want to travel on someone else's dime too. Yes, influencer deals. Okay. Like those deals where they're like, if you can just come to our hotel, like you have millions of followers, we just want you to come to our resort and post up on Instagram and TikTok about your experience. And we're going to give you the top tier experience so that you can create content. Okay. You said yes, viral and sponsorships and partnerships. Okay. You said I'm manifesting sleep at the moment. You and me both. Shit. I'm probably gonna watch I'm gonna watch the live you sent me till I go to sleep. But yeah, we are manifesting all of the things, Michelle. And when we start popping off, me, you, and Lotus can travel together. You already got your person. When me and Lotus have our person, we can be triple traveling, triple date traveling. You hear me? You said yes, I wanted to do that years ago and never knew how or that it was a thing. Now I see plenty of people. You say you gotta send me last night's live so I can go back to the freeze part. He said people doing it. Yeah, Roots coming too. Yeah, Roots got her man too. So it's gonna be 4 couples. We just gonna be traveling the world. Like, where we going next, y'all? For real. But yeah, Michelle, like TikTok specifically is turning average people. I'll say TikTok and YouTube is turning average people into multi-millionaires. Because if you Google Kai Cenat's net worth, That dude, just from live streaming on YouTube, he is making a mint. And that young black man wasn't supposed to make it like that, according to society. So we talking about people that are doing their thing big time just from being a damn goofball online. I be rolling at Casanat, especially when he had Kevin Hart up there on his live stream. I was hollering. Okay. Rising Roots, I may be off of here now. You said, and they're trying to get him to sell his soul. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Cause I remember he was saying they tried to offer him some money for that channel a couple of times. And I hope that he does not take it. Because yeah, he's got something special going. And yeah, that's why I'm like, you know, at one point it would have been a pipe dream, allegedly. But cause it's the views, it's the followers, it's the engagement. When that happens, you like people gonna come for you. Like, can we partner with you? Because these companies have big money marketing budgets. Big budgets for marketing. And they just looking for influencers. This one chick that I follow, Christy and her husband, that was a confirmation burp for what I just said. But Christy, she does those crazy videos where she's like flipping and twirling and just doing crazy stuff. She is making buku money off of that. And she's got all kinds of deals. Now, it is work. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not even gonna cap for you because having to create content, because they do tell you, you know, we need you to create 9 videos in the next 30 days and they need to be this length and they need to do this and this. So it is work. But I'm believing that, you know, we gonna get them kind of deals. My collective is gonna get those kind of deals where there's no strings attached. They like, look, you just so popping. We just want you to say that you wore our clothes and that you rocked our bag and you wore some shoes, or can we just send you, and I've said this in the past live, can we just send you our product, please? We don't care how you advertise it. We just want to send you the product. If you like it and you feel moved to give us a shout out, can you just do that where you're not relegated to all these contractual obligations and stuff like that? Honey, you said woke up, like what happened? I was like that on Lotus's live earlier because I was so exhausted. I was laying there on the couch like this, trying to tap the phone like. I told Lotus, she called my name. I said, I'm here. I'm fighting for my life over here. You said, oh, the lady husband be asleep and she be showing out. Yes, yes. They are so adorable. They are adorable. You hear me? I love that couple. I don't know what their private life is really like, but it just, and he fine as hell too. Like, Christy is beautiful. That is a beautiful ass couple. Cause I'm not even into light skinned men like that. I can do like cocoa brown to damn purple. That's my thing. But light skin, I got to really like you to do the light skin. And I know that I'm biased as hell because I'm high yellow. Okay. But he fine. He fine. Yes, he's fine as fuck. Yes. And he cooks. He's a whole ass chef. Come on now. He's a whole ass chef. I was like, bruh, she got it made. You said you shouldn't be. You too light for that. I'm so serious though. I am so serious. You said, and I don't even like light skin, but yeah, he sir is fine, correct. Yes, correct. It comes from me always wanting some color. I was like, why I couldn't get the color. I just love it must be like the Africa in me where I just love black melanated skin. It's just so it's refreshing. I'm not now. I don't have. I nowadays. Back in the day, I had a type. Nowadays, I do not have a type. Cause in my maturity, I'm like, if that man stimulates me mentally, and he fills up my cup emotionally, and he knows how to work that wand. Do you hear me? He can have all of me. Okay? If he's got leadership qualities, he can, I don't care. Now, I got limitations though. I got limitations. I'm not doing less. I'm like, you gotta at least be taller than me. I'm only 5'2". You got to at least be taller than me. Now that's my limitation. Michelle, we not talking about that little nasty video with the cup now. You said because your parents don't have a whole lot of color to pass down. For real. My mother, I ain't stand a chance with Mary. I stood no chances. Your mom is light-skinned, Lotus. You said, I love chocolate for real. Your son is my color, Lotus. Yeah, meaning my emotional cup. Lotus, for real. Lotus, where your color come from? Now, my mother's parents, both my mother's parents were so extremely light. They did not identify as white at all. They identified as black, but they could have passed for white for sure. And that's why my mother didn't stand a chance. Like there was no chances. Okay. You said everybody thinks my baby. For real? Oh my goodness. Oh, you just love the sun? Okay. Yes, light, bright, damn near white, for real. That has been the story of my life. Between that and people thinking that I'm either half black, half white, or Latina, yeah, people just be like, "What are you exactly?" You said my baby daddy used to say that. For real, like I used to get so mad. Bless you, Booga. And in the South, people darker than me be considered light skinned. I was like, what? Y'all call that light skin? Lotus, I think in North Carolina, they probably call you light skin. They probably call you red bone or something like that. He called you Yanko? Oh my Lord. You said, right, I've been called light skin. Right, Michelle. I'm like, why? You like a cocoa brown color. Like, why would they call you light skin? That's crazy. Oh, you want to play right now? It's too late for all of that. Give it to me. Give it to me. You say, yeah, when I go to the South, it's always, hey, red. Mm-hmm. Yes. You've been called yellow. Stop it, Michelle. Stop. That's so wild to me. But, you know, it is what it is. So, I've been called red bone, high yellow. And child, when I was younger, I got picked on and bullied so much because I was light skinned, and people like, you think you better than somebody else because you light skinned. I wanted to be dark so bad. He said, but that's by people that are very dark. Yeah. Yeah. And I would imagine in the South that would probably, you know, be the thing where you have like such a variation that people that are brown skin would be considered like, especially like maybe in places like where a lot of Haitians, because Haitians have like such a broad spectrum of colors. And then, you know, like if they come to certain southern states in the US and stuff, I don't know. I might be making up stuff. You said that's why my other boys are peanut butter. Okay. Yeah. I hated that we have this whole colorism thing. I really do. Because when I look at Egyptians are my complexion or lighter. And they straight Africans. So, you know, you said I love a Hershey chocolate man. Girl, yeah. And my higher self is all over my back right now. She like, you better love yourself. You better love all of yourself. You better love the skin that you're in. And that's a message for somebody. You hear me? She's saying, there better be no question. Don't let anybody else's opinion sway you. Okay. I need a bad girl. Yes. Yes, Pukas. Yes, he Pukas. He said that's where the colorism came from, because some of us are taught to hate our skin. Exactly. Straight division. And melanin is power. Even the slightest bit of melanin is power. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm going to hop off of here. It's been fun talking with y'all. It's like, It was like a whole girls' night out for real. He said the darker the skin, the richer the melanin is. Yes, indeed. Good night, Michelle. Michelle the Bell. Michelle my bell. Good night, twin. Good night, friend. See y'all later.